Oh, hello, everybody. Well, that was fun. Not. Really, really sorry. I had some technical issues. And now, oops, wait a minute. Okay. And now, oops, wait a minute. I was getting an echo. I have done this before, believe it or not, but I'm still getting some feedback. I was getting an echo. I have done this before, believe it or not. Hold on a sec. What's going on? No? I think we're good. No, I'm still getting feedback. Oh, there we go. No? Yeah, believe it or not, I actually have done this before. In my defense, they have changed the technology and that kind of threw me a bit. So there was been a whole upgrade to the application, and when I got in there, I thought I had it sorted and then I didn't. So I hope there are a few people here, and we now have... if you would like to chat, there is a chat box in the left-hand side that you can see. And if you put in your chat messages, then they should come up for me on the right-hand side. And the reason I'm still all over the place is because I just want to make sure that we're actually live now and everything's really working, because that was just not fun. Okay. So I will try to breathe, Marguerita, breathe. Yes, it is a little bit overwhelming when you really want to go live, and I was so excited about this, and then all of a sudden nothing's working. So please tell me in the chat box, if you could just type in where you're from, say hello, say that you can hear me, so I know that everything really is working. There is a little bit of a delay on this end. So, look, if you are here, thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it very, very much. And thanks for hanging in there if you've been hanging around for the last half hour going, what's happening? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to start sharing my screen. Screen share, that's what we want. And we want that one. Okay. No, I don't want that. What I want is... that's what I want. Okay, let's do this. All right. There we go. There's the lovely screen. Writing the tidal wave of abundance in 2017, and the motto for today is going to be, it's never too late to start or too early to start. So let me just check the chat box and make sure that I've got some feedback from you guys telling me that it's all happening. And my chat box doesn't seem to be coming up either. Oh, maybe because you can't type in your questions because the chat box isn't working, or it's actually a little bit frustrating when you get a hold of technology, a hang of it, and they change it. Okay. No, that's not coming up in my chat box. How bizarre. How ordinary. All right, if you have questions, I will answer them after the webinar. If you are connected to me on Facebook, could you please... Yes, okay. Vanessa is saying that she can hear me, so thank you, Vanessa. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will not be able to answer questions on the chat box, and I really am sorry for appearing so ditzy, but this happens, and it happens to the best. I've seen it happen to the best. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But as you are here, I do see that we have quite a few viewers on, so thank you very much for joining me. I will not hold you up any longer. I have a 60-minute presentation at least to get through today. So let's get started and get this happening. And I really want to honor you and welcome you here today. I have had a lot of brand new insights on abundance and achieving what you want, and basically being connected to the universe and making this easy, because we have made it so much harder than it needs to be. And I'm going to get into that more in the presentation. So during the presentation today, what I'm going to share with you is how success and abundance can be easy. Because, as I said, we have made it just way, way too hard. We seem to, as human beings, take something that doesn't need to be complicated and just complicate it to the ultimate degree. And the minute we get a handle on it, like the technology today, we complicate it even further. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a difficult thing. But we have made it that way, and I'm going to share with you the insights that I've had today on how we can make it a whole lot easier just by dumping the complication and by opening up to success and abundance in a whole new way. So then we're going to have a look at how to live life in the zone, and this is so cool. Something that I've really been working on over years, but it's really coming into play in the last few weeks. And what's keeping you from having more abundance? What are the blocks that are stopping you from being more abundant and living life on your terms? I will be doing some EFT tapping sequences, and what I suggest is that you start tapping right now. If you know tapping, the more tapping that you do, the better the results will be. Even if you're not tapping on anything in particular, just tapping actually calms down the fight or flight response of the body. It helps to just tone your energy system. So start tapping right now. I am tapping, and I hope you are too. And I'm watching the screen, and it looks a bit blurry, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that either. Good Lord. What a mess I've got myself into this morning. So 3 steps to creating more abundance. Simple steps. I will share those simple steps with you. I'll go through them in detail. What to do next? I'm going to give you a couple of opportunities, actually 3 opportunities to work with me this morning. Now, 1 is free, and if you're already part of the 21 Days of Tapping into Abundance program, then awesome stuff. There are people getting some fantastic results in that program. If you're not, I will give you the link to join that at the end of this webinar. I will also give you an opportunity to join my coaching program at a really reduced price. So my intention today is to give you as much as I possibly can in the way of transformational information, in the way of transformation in general. I'm actually intending to do what I've never done before and bring so much transformation to this call that you leave this call vastly different to what you joined it. So I hope you find that exciting. And what I want you to do is set the same intention. If we both set that intention together, transformation will just absolutely blast through your life in a positive way. So we want to do this. We're setting the intention to create massive transformation over the next hour. with ease and grace. Always remember that you want things to come through with ease and grace, because otherwise they're just, sometimes we get massive transformation, but it comes with a whole lot of chaos and discomfort and all that kind of stuff. So massive transformation in the next hour with ease and grace. And at the end, you want to stick around right to the end, because I'm going to do a sound healing, so long as we're still live and nothing else has gotten in the way of this technical show. I'm going to do a sound healing to activate your greatness and attract more abundance into your life. So this whole call is about activating your greatness. And this is where I need to clarify that I do focus on abundance. Very true. But I have a much bigger purpose in everything that I do, and a much bigger wish for you than just abundance, because abundance is such a small part of the whole picture. And my whole what I intend to do always is to activate the greatness that you have inside you, so you can really achieve great health, great relationships, fulfillment, satisfaction, freedom, everything that your heart desires. This life is so delicious when you achieve a level of connection to source, knowing yourself, that everything else it just unfolds before you. It is truly magical. So that is my intention for you today, is to help to activate your greatness with ease and grace and bring massive transformation to your life. So these are, if you're not familiar with emotional freedom technique, then these are the points for the technique. And it's simply a tapping technique. And actually what I'm going to do is I am going to just stop sharing my screen for a minute. And I'm going to show you the points. For anybody who's not familiar with the points, I'm going to take 30 seconds to show you the points. So we're not going to do the karate chop point today. The first point is the inside of the eye, which is just on the inside of the eyebrow there. The next one is the outside of the eye, on the bony ridge, under the eye, and under the nose, and the chin point. Collarbone, find the knobby bit on your collarbone, drop down about 1 inch and just tap one side, both sides, doesn't matter which. Under the arm, which is where the bra strap is for the ladies, it's about 3 inches below the armpit for the boys. And then the top of the head is just where the crown chakra is, and it's just tapping in a circle like that. Now, let's get back to the presentation. And I will have to interrupt this broadcast to let my dog in the door because she's hot outside. There you go, gorgeous. Good girl. See, we are live. Okie dokie. All right. So now again, if you are connected to me and you are experiencing any difficulties, if you connect to me on Facebook, please message me on Facebook. And let me know, and I will just keep checking in. But as I said, if you do type your questions into the chat box, I will check those later and make sure I answer those questions. Okie dokie. Let's get back to this presentation. All right, so we've done the formalities with the EFT. Remember to keep tapping throughout the entire session today. Apart from the sound healing, I'll let you take a break during the sound healing. So success and abundance really can be easy. Like I said, we have complicated things so much as human beings. And we tend to just make things way harder than they need to be. The truth is, when you are tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, as Abraham would say, when you are lined up, and I'm going to show you how to do that, success and abundance doesn't have to be hard. What we've done as a society is that we've taken a very left brain approach to our success, which left brain is logic, the logical side of the brain. It processes stuff. And this is very much a male thing. It's a male dominance thing. The right side of the brain is creativity, it's intuition, it's woo-woo, it's the feeling side of the brain. And we've tended to ignore that. We talk about having to push through to achieve success, having to work 18 hours a day, and it's all been really hard, and we have to figure it all out, and we have to do it all ourselves. And this is an old paradigm, and it's time to drop the old paradigm, because when we have what is called whole brain success, so when we bring the right side and the left side of the brain together to achieve success, it changes the game entirely, because then we are partnering with actually what I believe is the bigger part of us. Even Einstein said that your imagination is, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember what he actually said, but your imagination is your biggest asset. If you don't bring imagination and creativity and your intuition into this success and abundance equation, then you're just making it so hard for yourself. It's like putting your canoe or your kayak into the river and trying to paddle upstream. It is time to turn that canoe around and float downstream. And it will be so much easier, so much more rewarding than it is right now if you are paddling upstream, when you bring a whole brain integrated approach to your success and abundance. And this is, again, what Abraham Hicks refers to as the art of allowing. It's not having to do it. It's not having to push through. It's recognizing the signs. It's going with the flow. It's being in flow, and it's allowing it to unfold without having an attachment to the outcomes, an attachment to the way you want it to look, and all of that stuff, which just makes it so much harder than it has to be. So everything that I'm going to share with you today is all about making success and abundance easy. So the first thing you need to do is stop resisting and start allowing. And I'm sure that you've heard this before, the art of allowing. What the hell is that? When we have this belief system and this paradigm where you've got to work hard, you've got to push through, what is allowing? Is it just sitting back and doing nothing? Absolutely not. Your resistance is your fears, your doubts, the belief systems that are telling you that it's not safe, that you're not good enough, the self-esteem issues, the self-confidence issues. That's the resistance. If you're feeling any fear, anger, anxiety, stress, sadness, frustration, overwhelm, that's resistance. Coming into the space of allowing, it takes practice. When you've been in the other paradigm for so long, allowing takes practice. Allowing is following your intuition, your internal guidance system. It's partnering with the universe. It's not having to have things turn out the way you think they should turn out, and recognizing that that life is happening for you, not to you. Life is happening for you, not to you. And that there is a magic flowing through everything. And when you partner with that magic, then things become a whole lot easier. So how do you drop the resistance? You know that EFT that you're doing right now? That's a big part of the equation. So what I'm going to do now is, while you're tapping, just repeat after me. I'm going to throw in these little EFT rounds throughout the presentation, throughout the training, to really get you in the zone by the time we get to the end of this presentation. So you do have massive transformation. And by the time I do the sound healing, you're in a space where you're really ready to shift. So just repeat after me, wherever you're tapping right now, repeat after me. I'm ready to stop resisting. Tap through each of the points. And I'm ready to start allowing. I choose to stop all the resistance. And I choose to start allowing. I've made it so much harder than it has to be. I'm ready to stop making it hard. I'm ready to get in the flow. I choose to allow the process to unfold. I'm letting go of all resistance now. All fears, blocks, and doubts. I'm releasing them all now. And I'm setting a new paradigm. A new paradigm that allows the flow. A new paradigm where I partner with the universe. A new paradigm where my success and abundance is easy. I choose right now to stop resisting and to start allowing. Okay, so just keep tapping. As you keep tapping, take a deep breath. Release any old energy, release the resistance, set the intention to continue throughout this presentation to keep releasing the resistance. So life is like a jigsaw puzzle, and this could be a small snapshot of what my table looks like at the moment. So my husband bought me, he knows I love jigsaw puzzles, and I haven't done one in so many years, and he bought me a jigsaw puzzle, and while I'm recognizing just how similar putting the jigsaw puzzle together is to real life in so many aspects. So when we arrive, the jigsaw puzzle is actually whole. It's together. When we come into this world, we see what the picture looks like. We have the whole picture in front of us. It's all together. And then as we are exposed more and more to the programming and conditioning that we grow up with, that is in our environment, that we are surrounded with, we break the puzzle up into all these tiny, tiny pieces. So the whole puzzle is still there. Because here's the thing, you are not broken. You do not need to be fixed. You are whole, complete, and perfect in every way. Every piece of the puzzle is there. You haven't missed any. You haven't lost any. You can't lose any. Every piece of the puzzle is still there. This journey is about putting that puzzle back together when it's all broken up, as it gets during our first few years of life. It's then about putting it back together. Now, when you have an actual jigsaw puzzle, as you put it together, yeah, I guess it can be a little like, oh, gosh, you know, I can't find a piece to put in the right place at the moment. Where's the piece that I need that goes right there? And you can't find it. And you can either get frustrated and stand there and stamp your feet and go, why doesn't my puzzle want to be put together? Why isn't it coming together the way I want it? Why can't I do this? Or you can enjoy the process of putting the puzzle together, and you gradually take pieces and you try to put them in the places that they look like they need to go, but they don't quite fit there. So you put that piece down and you pick another piece up and you try another piece until eventually, voila, a piece fits in the right place. And the other another similarity that I have noticed is that when you take, I've got a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. When you take it out of the box, they're, of course, all over the place, all jumbled, all different colors. And the first thing I did was take out all the edge pieces. So I found all the edge pieces and I put all the edge pieces together. Well, that was the first thing that I did, because how much success are you going to have if you just take a whole bunch of pieces and just start trying to fit them together? It's going to be really hard, right? So I took out the edge pieces and I put the edge together first. And then I looked at I had the vision of the picture in front of me, and I looked at the picture as a whole, and I noticed the next bits, and there are certain pieces that are of a particular color. So I pull out all those pieces of a particular color and start to fit them in around the edges where those colors fit. And it's still trial and error. It's no, that doesn't fit, that doesn't fit, that doesn't fit, that one fits. And as I'm looking at this puzzle and these pieces, my subconscious, I can almost feel my subconscious taking snapshots of everything. And often when I'll sort of do it for a while, and I'll go away and I'll come back, and all of a sudden I'll just pick up a piece and just put it in the right place, and I'll pick up another piece and put it in the right place. And it's almost like my subconscious is just figuring it out along the way. It takes a snapshot of the whole, and it goes away and it figures it out, and it just puts it in place. And sometimes I'll pick up a piece and go, oh, that doesn't fit there, but I'll try it anyway out of sheer desperation. And guess what? It fits. So, and this is what life is like. If you get frustrated, overwhelmed, disappointed, stressed out, anxious, remember the jigsaw puzzle. Your life is a jigsaw puzzle, and all the pieces are there. And you have already put a whole lot of the puzzle together. Believe me, you are coming to the point where it is all going to be put into place. Well, not all of it, because your whole life is a jigsaw puzzle. And until your journey is over, until your life is done, the jigsaw is not complete. So, but it gets easier. It does get easier. My puzzle at the moment is pretty much just the edges and a few other bits and pieces put into place. And it's most hard when you've got most of the pieces still in the box. It gets easier the more pieces you put into place. And it's about systems. So as I said, I pick up various ones that are different colors. I picked the edge pieces out first, and then I picked out particular colors. Now my dog wants to go outside again. Okay, sweetie, there you go. The joys of a live presentation. She's going to want to come in again in a minute. I know it. So it's about systems. So when you have a system, it's so much easier to bring things together. Otherwise, it's just chaos. So it's very important that you plug into some sort of system and you systemize this process of figuring this out. How our life is different to a jigsaw puzzle is that, at least for me, a jigsaw puzzle is working it from the outside in. For my life, this is an inside job. It's working it out from the inside out. And this is why so many of us get confused, is because we spend the majority of our life thinking that we have to put everything into place out there, outside of us, and then we'll be happy. Then we'll be fulfilled. Then we'll be satisfied. Then we'll be stress-free. Then everything will fall into place. But this is an inside job. So it's important that we work this puzzle out from the inside out, because once you become the person that you need to be to achieve what you want, everything becomes so much easier. So that's my analogy with the jigsaw puzzle. I do hope that's been helpful. Living life in the zone. Gosh, this has certainly been something that I've become familiar with in the last few weeks. It's about not listening to everybody else and how everybody else thinks that you should run your life. It is about the art of allowing. And the zone is a very small sweet spot. And you know when you're in the sweet spot, because that's where the joy is. That's where it becomes just a glorious flow, is in that sweet spot. If you are not in flow, then you are not in the zone. What your focus should be is to get in the zone as much as possible. Get in the zone. Do what you love doing. Be a vessel of joy, and bring all of you to the table. So the joy is in being in that sweet spot, and it's letting go of the resistance. It's not allowing the fear and the frustration and the resistance run your life. And it's just relaxing and allowing, relaxing and allowing. So again, I want you to tap on the EFT points, so I hope you're continuing to tap. And just repeat after me. I choose to relax and allow. 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 I choose to breathe, relax, and allow. I choose to breathe, relax, and know everything is perfect. I choose to allow and know that everything is perfect. I choose to allow and know that everything is perfect. I choose to allow and know that everything is perfect. Okay. Know that you are an infinite being. Here's what's really interesting, is that we have made success and abundance so hard. And yet it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be hard. And we have come in and started to believe we came in knowing we were infinite, that we have infinite power, that there is nothing we cannot achieve. And then we started to believe in our limitation. We were exposed to things that's told that we were exposed to information that were telling us that we aren't good enough, that we don't deserve it, that that it's not safe, and that we are limited. And we have allowed those limitations to run our life. And we perceive it to be inconceivable that we could be anything bigger than what we are seeing right now, anything bigger than what we are experiencing right now. It seems to us as human beings inconceivable that we could be infinitely powerful. But here's what's really inconceivable, is that we are unbounded, limitless beings. We are unbounded, limitless beings. What is inconceivable is that we have come to believe in our limitation, is that we have come to believe that we are so small that we cannot achieve what is actually the easiest of things, really. It's only not easy because we've made it hard. So what is really inconceivable is that we, as an unbounded, limitless, infinitely powerful being, have become convinced that we are small and powerless and that we can't achieve what we want. It's time to break free of those limiting beliefs, of the things that are telling us that we are limited, that we're not good enough, that it's not safe, because that is just BS. Whether you call it belief systems or bullshit, it's all the same thing. It is BS. So it's time to relax and allow and live life in the zone where everything becomes easy and effortless. You have been sowing seeds all your life. Now, what happens is most people don't see what's going on underneath the surface. They don't see that their seeds are beginning to germinate. And what we do is, because we panic and we dig the seeds up and go, why aren't you growing? Why aren't you germinating? But everything is happening underneath the surface. You can use the tip of an iceberg if you like. What we see is just the tip of the iceberg. Everything else is coming together in perfection underneath, and 98% of the iceberg is underneath what you can actually see. So you can only see 2% of what's really going on. Trust, build trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. So it's so important that you get the initial elements right, and you allow these seeds to germinate. And you have been planting and sowing seeds all your life. You've been setting intentions. You have had visions for your future, and all those seeds are germinating. They are growing, even if you don't know it yet. The power of intention is so incredibly powerful. And when you set an intention and you hold to that intention, then things unfold so incredibly quickly, as long as you don't get in the way. What happens is, and we dig up the seeds and we think it's not working, and we try to force it, and we don't go with the flow. And our fears and our doubts and our BS and our frustrations get in the road of our intentions. But I noticed something just recently. Well, actually, I've noticed this a lot, but particularly recently, because for many years, I have set the intention to really make a massive impact and a massive difference in the world. Now, I don't know how that's going to look. And for me to try and construct how it's going to look is actually just limiting what's possible. By trying to construct it myself on my own, I am just limiting the possibilities, because the possibilities are endless. And I have planted so many seeds and tried so many different things along the way. I've had different business models. I've done network marketing, which is a fantastic business model. Just wasn't for me. It's not where I'm meant to be. I was a personal trainer for a while. I loved that. And then I moved into the healing, and then I moved into coaching. And all of these are seeds that I have planted that have made me the person I am today. The intention throughout has always been to make a bigger impact in the world. And part of me ran from that for a long time, because I was bloody scared, to be honest. All my fears would come up to meet me the whole time. And I would just shut it down. And I kept working on my fears, on my doubts, and just in small ways kept putting myself out there, wanting to make a bigger difference in the world, having no idea how that would look. And the power of intention, this is where it's so important. In this, and this is where we can't see how the pieces of the puzzle are being put together. It can be a week later, a month later, it can be years later that you turn around and go, all those things that I did all those years ago, look how one thing led to another, led to another, led to another, led to another to get me here. And without all those other pieces, I wouldn't be here right now. And just earlier this year, I was so blessed to have somebody approach me to be to work with them as an affiliate, in an affiliate marketer. And we are yet to work together on the affiliate side of things. But he got through me through another program that I was a part of, and we spoke about the affiliate stuff. And then he said, I love what you're doing. I'd love you to join a meditation group that I have, or that I'm a part of. Yeah, absolutely. So all the other people are in the United States. I join them on one day during the week, and we get together, and it is a global healing group. So we send global healing out to the world for an hour, 60 minutes. And we also do healing on ourselves. And we have just been in the last few weeks, because the whole thing is channeled. We are channeling information and energy from the highest realms. And this is all led by two men in particular who are helping us to connect to that. And they are now fast tracking our awakening and our consciousness and our move into enlightenment, because each and every one of us do want to make a much bigger difference. And the biggest difference that we can make is as conscious beings. And this is where I am here to pass some of that consciousness, as much of this consciousness as I possibly can, onto you, because this is why I'm having so many more awakenings and aha moments and realizations and seeing the picture as a whole is because my consciousness is being elevated each and every week, and I'm being moved into a place where I can make a much bigger difference because of who I am becoming. And I have always been this person inside, because this is in each and every one of us. I'm not becoming somebody that I never was. I am becoming my true self. I'm becoming the essence, the core essence of who I am, but all because of the intention that I set many, many years ago to make a bigger impact, to help to bring consciousness and enlightenment to this planet, to help end the suffering that's going on. And you don't have to be this person who has this grand vision, but your intention is unique to you. What is your intention? Do you want to make a big difference in the world? Because you know what? All you need to do is make a difference to one person, and you're making a big difference in the world. So each and every day, my intention is to make a difference to just one person. And if I can do that, I'm accomplishing my vision, and just one person at a time. So set your intention and hold to your intention. Make it part of your vision. Something else that I realized recently is that if you are worried about the money, then you are playing small. And you may, at the moment, depending on what your position you're in, go, but I can't not worry about the money. I have bills to pay. I'm behind in my rent, or I'm behind in my mortgage. I just don't have enough money coming in to cover all my expenses. And I get that. I have been in that place, and I know just how debilitating and stressful it can be. But it's time to move beyond that, because when you relax and allow, when you drop the worry, the fear, the doubt, when you increase your own trust and faith and self-confidence in the hugeness of the universe, in the universe that is always with you, supporting you, helping you all the way, and you forget about the money and you just focus on what you want to bring to the world, and just set the intention that the money will be taken care of. It doesn't mean that you don't have to take inspired action, and that's one of the 3 steps. It doesn't mean that you don't do anything and you just sit in your butt and you meditate and you watch TV all day. You take inspired action, but you release the concern about the money to the universe, and you keep releasing it to the universe and go, I need you to take care of this, because you are so far beyond that. If you are on this call, you are so far beyond the money. And if you are worried about the money, then you are playing way too small. And it is time to play a bigger game. And if you are willing to suspend disbelief and continue to suspend disbelief, because how's that worrying thing working for you? How's it been working for you for the last few years? Is it helping? I saw something just came into my head. Have you seen that movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? If you haven't, it is classic. I loved it. It's part of the Harry Potter franchise, and I've just loved that movie. I highly recommend it. But there was a line in there where one of the muggle actually asked one of the wizards, so I've got nothing to worry about. And the wizard said, well, my philosophy is worrying means you suffer twice. So on the one hand, you have a reality that needs to be taken care of. But worrying, stressing, bringing anxiety to the situation is not going to help. It's time to drop that, to forget about the money, and to focus on what you are here to do, what brilliance you are here to bring to the world. And if you are in a tight situation, then send it out to the universe and say, I need you to take care of this, and then see what comes your way. And if some sort of job comes your way or an opportunity comes your way, grab it with both hands and take it to temporarily relieve the money situation that you might have right now. But you've got to stop worrying about the money, because you are playing way too small if you are worried about the money. And if you're still tapping, then that's going to be helping to release that worry for you. So maybe it's a good time to just do another tapping round. I choose to release all my worries about money. I choose to release all my concerns about the finances. I know I'm playing way too small. I choose to play a bigger game. I choose to acknowledge the universal power within me. The power to create anything I want. The power to be, do, and have anything I want. I choose to relax and let go all my stress, all my anxiety about the money. When I'm worried about the money, I'm playing too small. So I'm choosing to let go of all my worry about the money and acknowledge the universal power I have within me. Okay, as you're tapping, take another deep breath. That's right. And keep tapping. And know that you do have universal power within you. You came in as an unbounded, limitless, infinite being. You have infinite power within you. It's time to acknowledge that. It's time to embrace that and accept that and be that. Just suspend disbelief while you're tapping. Just suspend disbelief for just a moment. And imagine that you have universal power within you. That you have the power of the universe to command right here, right now. What changes for you? How is your life different? What aspirations and dreams do you have? You are unbounded. You are unlimited. When you shed the belief systems that you are limited and you step into that universal power, you are unstoppable. Anything is possible. It is time for us to go beyond this limited paradigm. Seriously, I know I keep saying it, but it's time for all of us to step beyond this limited paradigm and embrace the universal power that we have within us. What will you do differently today than you did yesterday in the knowledge that you have universal power within you to be, do, and have anything that you want? Be that. Keep reminding yourself of that, because this is the truth. This is the ultimate truth, that you have universal power within you. And nothing can stop you when you connect with that universal power. And don't be afraid of it, because it is the essence of who you are. That universal power is the essence of who you are. There is nothing to be afraid of. People say that power corrupts. Untrue. Fear corrupts. When people act in a way that reduces others, that hurts others, that disempowers others, they are coming from a place of fear, not true power. There are a lot of powerful people in the world who are doing some really horrible things, but that's coming from a place of darkness and fear. When you lock onto the light and the consciousness and the universal ultimate power that is within you, you could never hurt another human being. You could never do something to disempower somebody else. It's just not possible. It's not who you are. And I don't think there's a person on the planet who hasn't been that person in the past, somebody who's hurt others, who's done stuff. I know I have, and I'm not proud of it when I have. Sometimes I didn't even know when I was. But it's stepping into this universal power that actually drops all that away. And you become a person of compassion, of love, of joy, of freedom, of peace. You bring that to the world when you bring all of you to the world. And this leads perfectly into the story of the Golden Buddha. So just very quickly, because I know as usual I have gone on, and not only did I start 30 minutes late, I'm going to finish late as well. But the story of the Golden Buddha is a true story about a monastery in Thailand who is actually, they were moving from the place that their monastery had been for centuries. And there was a Buddha, a clay Buddha, and they went to move the Buddha, and one of the monks noticed that there was a crack in the Buddha, and not wanting to damage the Buddha in any way, they suspended work on the Buddha for the day, on moving the Buddha, and decided they would come back later. So one of the monks was drawn to go out to the Buddha later, and he took his flashlight. And as he was shining the flashlight on the Buddha, he noticed something flash back at him from the Buddha. And this is a clay Buddha, remember. What can flash from a clay Buddha? And that was curious. His curiosity was aroused, so he got a bit closer. And he noticed that there was something gleaming in the crack that had surfaced in the clay Buddha. And he was really curious, and he felt compelled to find out what this was that was underneath the clay. So he started to chip away at the clay. And hours later, when he stepped back, he realized that underneath the clay Buddha was a golden Buddha. Centuries earlier, there had been, the monastery had been pillaged, and they knew that forces were coming to strip all their precious possessions and strip the monastery. So what the monks did hundreds of years ago was they took this golden Buddha and they cloaked it in clay. So the people who were coming to pillage the monastery would think it worthless and leave it alone, which they did. Now, all the monks in that confrontation were killed. So there was nobody left to pass down the knowledge that the clay Buddha was really a golden Buddha. And this is a great analogy for who you are, and what you are doing right now is you are chipping away at the clay to reveal the golden Buddha that has always been within you, the one with infinite power, with unconditional love, with peace, with passion, with so much power and potential to achieve whatever you put your mind to. And my mission is to help chip away that clay as quickly as possible for you. That is what I do in everything that I do. And that is what I wish for you, is to reveal the golden Buddha by chipping away the clay that is cloaking. And the clay is the limiting beliefs, the paradigms, the belief systems that you have. As you chip those away, and you can do that quite quickly with the techniques that I use, including emotional freedom technique, which I hope you're still tapping. I'll keep reminding you. So it's time to reveal the golden Buddha that has always been within you. It is your soul. It is your essence. It cannot be damaged. It can never be hurt or broken. And it is waiting to be unleashed. And do you realize that we are in a time right now of such incredible, powerful time where you can manifest anything that you want when you put your mind to it? It is an unprecedented time in our history that all the forces of the universe and the cosmos are coming together to assist you. There are many of us who have been chipping away for some time, and now it's time that we can break away massive chunks to reveal the golden Buddha, to bring light into this world. And I actually asked the question in this meditation group that I'm a part of that you might like to know. There's something called now it escapes me. Critical mass, they call it. And the teachings that I have heard before, critical mass is 2% of the population. So when 2% of the population become enlightened, become conscious, it transfers to the entire population. Don't ask me how that works. It just does. When I asked the question in the meditation group the other day, the answer that we all got from the higher realms is that it is 0.2%. We only need 0.2% of the population to reach a place of awakening and consciousness, and it tips the entire planet into awakening and consciousness. Now, people say I'm crazy to have this vision. that in my lifetime, even in the next couple of years, we will have a conscious world. But I believe it's actually true and real, and I think it's happening right now. And we are a part of the equation. The more enlightened and awakened we become, the more that consciousness transfers to the entire planet. The ripple is becoming a wave, which is becoming a tsunami. And you are a part of that tsunami. So 3 simple steps to be able to create and attract abundance and success in your life. So the first one is to make a decision. Get really, really clear. Now, these are traditional teachings. This is nothing new. But it is simple when you get really clear on what you want. Stop buying into the society's version of success that you've been sold, and make a decision about what you want. What is your intention for your life and the difference that you want to make in the world? Be very clear, and don't dumb it down by what you think is possible, by your limitations and the subconscious beliefs that are telling you that you can't achieve what you really want. You have no idea what my dreams are. They are outrageous, and damn it, I'm going to achieve them. So have outrageous dreams, but be really clear and specific about what you want. It's important that you make a definitive decision. And making a definitive decision means that there's no if, buts, or maybes. You decide right now that this is your vision, this is what you're going to achieve, and nothing will stand in your way. And this is, I'm not going back to the paradigm that we're pushing and we're striving and we're working 18, 20 hours a day and it's all really hard. I don't believe that that's necessary. Once you make the decision, and then you do the second step, which is you get in alignment. Now, what is alignment? It's being in the zone. Alignment is being in the zone. And this is the most important and the trickiest step is getting into alignment. So achieving an alignment, what is alignment first? It is vibrational, it's emotional, it's mental alignment. So vibrational alignment, it's being in vibrational alignment with what you want. It's being in the zone, or what Abraham Hicks calls in the vortex. So you are vibrating, you are at a frequency that is in alignment with the frequency of what you want and what you are attracting into your life. If you are attracting things you don't want, then you need to shift your vibrational alignment. It's emotional. It's getting rid of the stories, the belief systems, and it's also the mental focus, the mental attitude, the mental clarity, having a clarity of mind and staying relentlessly focused on your vision. So it is all of those things. It is releasing the resistance that we've spoken about, the fears, the doubts, the limiting beliefs, the negative emotions. Imagine if you had no fear, no doubt, if you chose your life wasn't going to be driven by your limiting beliefs and the negative emotions that you have trapped in your body. What if you just released them? You can, you know. What if you just chose to release them? Right now, let them go. What happens if you release all resistance, all fear, all doubt, everything that's telling you that you're not good enough, that it's not safe? What happens if you just drop it? Set the intention to drop all your resistance right now, right this second, and be open to the magic that will unfold before you. It is getting in alignment with your values. Do you even know what your values are? Your values are so critically important, because if your vision is not in alignment with your values, then you're never going to get to achieve your vision. It's lining up your values with your vision, and it's acting in a way, well, you will always act in a way that is in alignment with your values. If you don't, you create a whole lot of resistance and chaos in your environment, and all hell breaks loose. So it's important that you know your values, that you line your values up. You are aligned with your values, and your values are aligned with your vision. It's in time for you to drop the whole I'm not worthy stuff and increase your self-confidence. Drop again, suspend all disbelief for a moment, and imagine you are supremely confident. Confident in who you are. You don't care what anybody else thinks anymore. You're confident in your ability to be able to achieve your vision. You are confident that the universe has your back, that you are partnering with the universe, and you are confident that everything is perfect. You are confident that everything is turning out exactly the way it's meant to, and that no matter how things look on the surface right now, you are confident that you are moving in the right direction, that everything is unfolding just the way it's meant to for you to become the person that you need to be to achieve what you want. Imagine that kind of confidence. In building that kind of confidence, you are unstoppable. Know yourself. Know yourself intimately, who you truly are, what you truly desire. It's what happened for me this year was I actually stopped listening to everybody else, all the gurus and their success people out there and the people who I follow. I stopped listening to them from a perspective of allowing them to direct my life. So thinking that I had to be like them or that I had to do it their way. Now, I suggest that you stand on the shoulders of giants. Do not reinvent the wheel. You don't have to. These giants who have forged paths for you to follow, very important. But know yourself intimately. Know what you want. Your life is your life, not Oprah Winfrey's or Richard Branson's or any of the other super successful people out there. Your life is your life. Your path is your path. You have to create an entirely new path out of the wilderness. It's important that you are walking your path, not thinking I have to do it this way because this is the way that really successful person did it and I know that works. Success leaves clues. Pick up the crumbs, but make your own path. And know who you truly are. Know your power. Because Jesus Christ said, you will do this and so much more. You can achieve what I have achieved and so much more. And that is so true. You can achieve so much more than anybody else who has gone before you when you know your true self. Be authentic. Just be you. Don't try to be anybody else, because you are 1 in 7 billion. You are unique. You are perfect. You are whole. You have gifts and talents that nobody else has. You have knowledge that nobody else has. But be you. Be all of you. Because the other thing is that people know when you're not being authentic. People know when you're trying to be like somebody else or you're covering up your authenticity. They just get it. They know it intuitively. And they're not going to be drawn to you. Focus on your vision. So important. Always keep your vision top of mind. Never lose sight of your vision for who you are and what you want to achieve. And the third step is, so the first is make a decision, a definitive decision. The second is get in alignment. The third is to take in action and take action every single day. Take deliberate, consistent, inspired action. Not just any action. Deliberate, consistent, inspired action. Because this is where the rubber meets the road. And so many of us are taught to just do. And that just gets us burnt out. If we're not inspired and in alignment, then that's just going to get you burnt out. So take inspired action. Once you get in alignment, you will start to receive inspiration. Take notice of that inspiration and take action from that place, because that is partnering with the universe. Even if you don't, if you get inspiration and go, I have no idea what this is about, but I'm going to do it anyway, because you can feel it. And it will lead you to a place that you just eventually get there and go, wow, that step eventually led me here. I don't know how that happened, but wow, that's really, I could never have seen that unfold. So they're the 3 steps. So, and this is, we're coming to the end, so we're coming to the place where I'm going to do the sound healing for you. And I want to let you know that you can do this on your own. You absolutely can do this on your own. You don't need anybody else, but you don't have to. The thing about trying to do it on your own is that it is so hard. And you are making it way harder than you have to be. You know, right in the beginning, I said success and abundance doesn't have to be hard. When you try to do it on your own, it just makes it infinitely harder than it needs to be. So when you partner with somebody else, when you work with somebody else, you make it infinitely easier. And this has certainly been my experience, and I've noticed the people that I've worked with, it's been their experience too, that they move so much faster. And I moved so much faster when I invested in myself and I worked with somebody to be able to help me along the way, to give me guidance, to help me to release that clay that was covering up the golden Buddha that was within me. Because doing it on my own, it was bloody hard work. And it was chipping away tiny, tiny, tiny pieces at a time. Working with somebody else, I was able and am able to chip away huge lumps of clay all at once to reveal the golden Buddha and to achieve my vision so much more quickly. So I absolutely know that you can do this on your own, but you don't have to. And why make it harder than it needs to be? Join and partner with somebody who can help you on the journey, who can help you to release the belief systems, who can guide you to achieve your vision so much more quickly. Now, this is what I'm offering, and remember to stick around because I am going to do a sound healing. I'm just going to spend 5 minutes on this. I have a brand new coaching group coaching that is going to start on Tuesday, the 17th of January, 8 o'clock. That is Australian Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time zone you're in. Today we were meant to start at 8. We started at 8:30 in Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's the date of the first call. Now, depending on how many people I get, I may actually put together a second call, because what I'm going to do is each month there's going to be 2 90-minute calls per month. I will work with people one-on-one on the call. I won't be able to work with everybody, but I will work with people one-on-one on the calls, and everybody will get breakthroughs. So as long as you are willing to participate, this is not for people who are not going to participate. As long as you are willing to play full out and to participate and to do the work, because there will be a workbook that goes out to help you to really crack this over the next 6 months. And also 1 week a month, there will be a special abundance meditation and sound healing call specifically to elevate you to a state of higher consciousness so you really can be all you can be. So during those coaching sessions, I will be helping you to release the belief systems that are blocking you, to gain more clarity around your vision, to expand your consciousness, increase your self-confidence and self-awareness, and to just get in the zone, to be all that you can be. And that's what my intention is over the next 6 months, is to fast track you down this path toward achieving your visions for your future and realizing just how amazing you truly are and what you're truly capable of, because you have no idea. Seriously, the vision that you have for yourself is so minute compared to what you could possibly achieve. And to work with the force that is within you, and trust the force, trust the universal force that is pulsing through you right now. Stop for a moment. Stop for a moment. Stop all the head stuff. Stop everything and stop tapping even. And just tune in to the universal force that is pulsing through you right now. I know you can feel it. I know you can feel it. Feel that universal force that is pulsing through you right now. It has always been with you. You came in with it. It cannot leave you. It is who you are. It is infinite source. You are an infinite being. You never die. And that source that is pulsing through you right now, that is the force that you must leverage to achieve what you want. And that is my intention for you. So today and for the next few days until the 1st of December here in the States, actually, I'm going to make it 1st of December, 1st of January 2017 in the States. So it'll be the 2nd of January here in Australia. I'm offering a massive discount. So it's going to be $97 a month. So 6 payments of $97. If you pay in installments, or if you want to pay up front, you not only get an $87 discount, so you pay $497 for the whole thing up front, You also receive a bonus one-on-one call for me, and my rates just went up because I've been doing a lot of tapping. My rates just went up to $4.97 for a one-on-one call with me. So if you leverage, if you suspend disbelief, and instead of going, how can I, or I can't, instead of going, I can't, and go, how can I, you've got 4 days to be able to, once you make that payment, you can schedule the free call with me. And that bonus call with me, and that in and of itself is worth the entire 6-month program. And then I'm going to guide you and keep you accountable for the whole 6 months. So you have a choice. You can go to pitbullmindset.com, Avalanche-of-Abundance, and that will take you to the registration page where you can lock into that. And you've got 4 days, because then the price goes up as of the 1st of January 2017. And I will be doing another one of these calls in the new year at the new price. So if you don't jump on it in the next few days, the price will go up. Now, as I said, you can do this on your own, but you don't have to. And do you want to? So that's the offer that I'm making today. Now, this is about so much more than abundance. It's about clarity on your vision for your future. It's about getting to live in the zone, to live in that sweet spot. It's about releasing all of your blocks to abundance and success, or as many as we can get through, because look, I'm still working on that for sure. Aligning with abundance and success, so getting in alignment with it emotionally, mentally, and vibrationally. And we're going to do that on an ongoing basis throughout the 6 months. Getting into a space of allowing, so you can relax and allow it to unfold. Increasing your self-worth, your self-confidence, increasing the sense, your inspiration and creativity, trusting your inspiration and creativity, bouncing things off me. There will be, that's the other thing I forgot to mention, is there will be an exclusive Facebook page where you can connect with me all the time. So I'll be on that page all the time. Increasing your connection with your true self, your true power. Acknowledge and accept and own the universal power that is within you, so you can be unstoppable. Giving you guidance to what action you can take each and every week to achieve your vision, every fortnight, and activating your greatness. A big part of this is about activating the greatness is within you. Now, let me ask you, do you want that? Do you want any of that? Do you want all of that? Because that is what I'm offering today. And is the ability to really, and my intention for this whole program is to give you as much transformation with ease and grace as I possibly can. If you bring your intention, your powerful intention, to the program, and you are willing to turn up and just show up and put all of yourself into this, you will have a way different life by the end of the 6 months. So so much more. You'll get so much more out of this. So the free offer that I said there is if you aren't a part of the 21 Days of Tapping into Abundance program, look, that in and of itself is life-changing. If you're not in a position right now, or you believe you're not in a position right now to take advantage of the coaching group, which will be way more intense, then get into the 21 Days of Tapping into Abundance program, because it's 21 days of free EFT abundance tapping videos. And it really is helping people to chip away at that clay and to reveal that golden border underneath, and to start creating and attracting more abundance into their life. It's really a very, very powerful program. And I'm doing that for you for nothing, for free. I've done it for you for free. And I'm also on the Facebook page there. So if you haven't joined that yet, then join it. If you want to join the program, then join the program. Now is the time we get to the sound healing. And I do recognize that I am over time. I am sorry about that. That I am notorious for that, by the way. So, but now is the time to get into the sound healing. So what I need to do is get back to the presentation and change my phone. Hopefully you can still all hear me. My system is telling me that you can. So everybody's still here. That's good to know. Awesome. Now, if you do need to drop off, that just know that the sound healing will be, the recording will be available. I will be sending out the recording to you. So just know that that will be available for you if you need to drop off the call, if I have gone way too long, or if you're falling asleep, if you're in Europe, because it's the early hours of the morning. Now what I'm going to do is, having changed microphones, is I'm going to take my earpieces out, which I didn't need in the first place, did I? And I'm going to stand. And what I want you to do is go back to that place where you are suspending disbelief. I'm going to shift this out of the road. Excuse me while I just fuss around in my office for a bit so I've got free range of movement. So I want you to tune back into that force that is thriving and pulsing through you. I want you to set the intention right now to reconnect with that universal power. To release the clay from the golden Buddha and with ease and grace, reconnect with that universal power that is within you. And allow the sound healing to deepen that connection for you, to bring massive transformation with ease and grace to your world right here, right now. Nothing is stopping you in achieving your vision. Moving into a whole new paradigm, taking a deep breath in, releasing all limitation. Again, breathing deeply. Feeling that force flowing through you powerfully. Shinta prekansia to enia kayakatsu iala trena tsakieta pranta. Ietsa menta trazia kotsanta trezia shantalia kotsenia menta. Etsia shanta tratia katanza kotelia kanna kotia pranseila. Neshinan sandrela tsushi. Orevan seino shanet satrala. Elation sentoritzi. Arlena Si pratela non son trailazzane, amandrei non sete, emotions Sempre lei non toma scianzanda, uri la nantirali, aman sempre lena, si crilanitana, orei la shansinda, la non sintona, le shansindena, Oh, min sehamanda. Iene pranzia kutiana kansa. Eccia trakia la cagnanza, tutte ila chieta pranta, ocean senta katia marenta, itza pracania, totsia tena, ia capranta, chiazza nutiala, etsiesha, etsiesha, etsiesha. Shinsa mare ila tia catona, itza mare totsia la rentia, cozza, shinta lia manta. Shinsa lea canta, ietza prekiana, ietza. Nitsa precalia tortia caprenta kiena, kiena, kiena. Shinsala, shinsala, shinsala. Nianza, nianza, nianza. Bringing your awareness and your attention back to your breath. Allowing yourself to feel into your body. Set the intention now. Any resistance that stands here right now, release it. Releasing all resistance to your abundance and success right now. Activating your greatness right now. Shinsalakiata prantia consiamenta parkietsa tonia. Ietsa shanta katea prania katsotia nenta kia la manta. Ietsa trena kietsa shonta kiela, kiela, kiela. Dishnansiato era kienamenta prazia tatone. Etsa, etsa, etsa. Shinsala, shinsala, shinsala. Shinsala again. And drawing all your awareness and your attention back to right here, right now. Continuing to breathe deeply. And when you are ready, open your eyes. So, now, how are you going to proceed? You have a choice. You can do this on your own, or you can join with me by joining in the coaching calls. So you will be taken to a link after this, or you can go there yourself, Avalanche of Abundance, pitbullmindset.com/avalanche-of-abundance. To go to the page where you can register for the group coaching program. Like I said, you have 4 days at the discounted rate of $97 a month, or $497 for the full 6 months, with the bonus of a call with me, a one-on-one call with me if you if you make the full payment up front. So I honor you for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I honor the fact that you are here in spite of all the technical issues that I had in the beginning. And thank you very much. And don't forget, if you have any questions, you can write them in the chat box. And like I said, I will be running another one of these in the new year, and but the price for the coaching call will go up. The coaching calls will go up. So I'm going to love you and leave you, everybody. Thank you very much for being with me, and step into your greatness. If you take nothing else away from today, just keep looking and keep setting the intention to step into your greatness every single day and be the best that you can possibly be. And I wish you all the best. I look forward to working with some of you in the group coaching program, and have an exceptional day, an exceptional week, and an exceptional year. Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy holidays. And I'll see you again in another video session very soon. Bye, everyone.